About it. Another episode of Healthy Discussion. Today's topic, Chicago, winter, migrants. How do they plan on surviving in the winter? We all know Chicago is the windy city. Smash that like button if you agree. It gets cold in Chicago. Mucho frío in Chicago. Mucho frío in Chicago. Watch this.
Meantime, newly arrived migrants getting their first real taste of the brutal Chicago winter to come.
WGN's Julian Cruz live in Lakeview with more on the city's plans to get them out of the cold. Julian.
Well, Mike and Ray, migrant families deeply concerned about the harsh elements, not knowing how much longer it'll be before they get moved to shelters. And as you might imagine, parents especially worried about their kids. Parents say exposure to the cold is making their kids sick. We don't know what to do. This Venezuelan mother of three confesses with the inevitable arrival of snow and bitter cold.
One moment. Now, y'all know what's happening in Venezuela right now. Venezuela is going through, I'm talking about hyperinflation. A loaf of bread, some potato, tomatoes cost you $1 million. Hyperinflation. They say that's what's to come to the United States. Leave them comments down below. Do you think the United States would be like Venezuela? You may have a point there. But let's continue.
We feel that one way or another, she says, we're trapped. For now, at least, no CTA warming buses in the afternoon outside the snow-capped tent village. How
warming buses? Now I want to know how effective would that be? Because I did some extensive research and they say from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on cold nights. My thing is, it gets cold at 9 o'clock through 7 a.m., 9 p.m. through 7 a.m. That's a big gap right there. So I want to know with them, Brandon Johnson, what are you doing down there? You asking for the money, but is the money allocated in the right place? Or is it left in your pocket? Because I'm still stuck on that 44. Where's that $44 million at? Okay, you can house them in the police station. How big is the police station? They're coming by the truckloads daily. It's an overflow. They're running from one place, thinking that it's a grand opportunity in another place, not knowing that globally, we're all are facing the same problem. Hit that like button if you agree. We all are facing the same problem, so therefore you have to run towards your problem, not away from it. You have to solve your issues, because if you don't, your life depends on it. But let's continue.
Homeless immigrants at Chicago's 19th Police District.
Aquí solo hay 4 niños pequeños.
Here there are 4 small children, this Venezuelan father shows us, and a young girl over here pointing to tents where he says families sleep.
Tengo 3 niños, uno de 5 años.
Now my thing is, it's like California, tent city. Do y'all really think tents is efficient in the cold? You still on the floor, hypothermia. These kids have an immune system that needs to be taken care of. I don't really think they have this protocol figured out. They may have had the right idea. Hey, let's replace the U.S. citizens since they don't want to work and they want too much. They have their hands out. Let's replace them with AI, immigrants, and XYZ. But to have a thought and actually go through it in reality is 2 different things. It is 2 different things. So I see this to be catastrophic. This is something that they're not going to solve immediately. And winter is here. Then I just did some extensive research and I said, well, what are they projecting for the wintry weather? I like to get away. It's cold outside. I'd rather not stay, but it's cold outside. The trajectory this year, snowfalls. It already started falling in Chicago. If you have boots on the ground in Chicago, leave them comments down below. I want to know what's happening. Are they reporting the correct data? Because we all know mainstream media, I have to do their job for them. Smash that like button if you agree.
3 children, he tells us, ages 5, 3, and 1. The 25-year-old
It's the
dad
kids.
reluctant to reveal his identity, not wanting to offend his 19th district hosts, because he claims there's not enough room in the lobby to house all the children, many of them, he says, getting sick.
No es justo lo que nos hacen los mismos policías.
It's not
Out of
just,
control.
the father tells us, that police officers are denying an indoor space for my son, he alleges. We reached out to police to get their assessment
Overcrowded.
on sleeping arrangements at the 19th district. News Affairs referring us to the mayor's office.
La situación es un poco difícil.
The situation
Now,
is a little...
time out. I don't know why they're referring them to the mayor's office. His hands is full. It is full. Brandon Johnson, your hands is full. I don't know if it's full with the money or it's just full of just spinning people and running around in circles. Because these politicians, they promise you so many different things and they fail to deliver. When, as people, are we going to say, look, politicians, you have to be accountable for the decisions that you make and the laws that you're making because you're forgetting about most while getting your pockets fat. All politicians end up being a millionaire after they resign or throughout the campaign. Why is that? Because the laws govern the land. They get the laws passed. They get the lobbying money. They make sure by the time they get out the door, they're getting paid. So you must make sure, as a viewer, as a consumer, switch your method. Be the producer, because it's time for you to get paid. If everyone's getting paid, you should get paid too. That's my point of view. Smash that like button if you agree.
bit difficult
Get the
because
money.
the truth is it has been very cold. You may be
They
wondering
getting
if Illinois' Child Welfare Agency has concerns about kids spending their days and nights in the cold. A DCFS spokesperson says that the agency hasn't received any complaints, but didn't respond to a follow-up question about whether it would investigate or intervene on migrants' behalf. And the mayor's press office in an evening news release reporting that warming buses are being provided by the Chicago Transit Authority, and they are being positioned at 16 police districts from 8 p.m.
But not all.
until 8 a.m.
8 p.m.
In
to
Wrigleyville, Julian Cruz.
8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I told you. What happens after 9? What happens before? What happens after 9 p.m.? Mucho frío. What happens at 7 a.m.? Mucho frío. So throughout that whole 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., that's a large window. That's a 10-hour window. That's a bit much. Leave your comments down below. I want to know your thoughts on this. Because we should be disappointed in Chicago right now as far as how they're running it. You wanted them over here. You left the borders open. Now when they got here, you're not taking care of them. Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. Don't forget to like, comment, share this video. Make sure people are aware of what's going on. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. That's how you pay me for it. And remember, positivity over negativity always.